Hello, hello, everybody. Nice to see you today. Welcome to the webinar, to your first webinar. Hello, hello. Let's wait. Let's wait for some people to join. Hello, everybody. Hope that you are having a great weekend. Hope you are having a good holiday, summer holiday. It's very cool. So let's start. Can you please can you please use your chat box and write what you are doing during your holidays and what are your plans for this weekend? Okay, so I'm waiting for the answers, and while I'm waiting, I will be continuing with the webinar. So this week on your platform, you have learned different topics. The first one was question tags. Yeah, so interesting question tags. And also your personality, yeah, or the adjectives or the words that we can use to talk about our personality, our character, and our types of character. Hope you were having a productive week, a productive platform exercises, and we will have a productive webinar this time. So let me check who has joined us. Okay, cool, a great one. So before we start, can you find the right shadow on this picture? Can you find the right shadow, A, B, C, D, yeah, of this picture? So you have to find, can you please type in the chat box A, B, C, or D? Okay. And we are going to proceed with this one. Let's go. So let's revise our grammar. Today's or this week's grammar was question tags. A very interesting and very spoken construction of the English language. So tag questions or question tags, they are well known as question tags, turn a statement into a question. They are often used for checking information that we think we know is true. Yeah, so with the help of this construction, we talk about and we check something that we are not sure about. Well, probably you have heard something. Probably you have listened to somebody and heard this information. But you would like, when you are saying something or when you are talking to somebody, you want to check this information. That's why we use special question tags. Tag questions are made using an auxiliary verb. Yeah. For example, be or have. So, for example, present simple, yeah, do or does. With the past simple, was or were. With the past continuous, the same, was, oh, sorry. With past continuous, was or were. And with the present perfect, have or has. So nothing very difficult. Mhm. And with the help of a subject pronoun of this sentence. So you have a usual sentence like we have, she's American, she's Ukrainian. Yeah? And a question tag will be with the negative form of the auxiliary verb is, isn't, and with the object that you had in the first sentence, he, she, or anything else. It's done because to check whether you are true or whether the information you are talking about is true or not. For example, we use negative form of the auxiliary verb because we are checking. That's why we can't use the same form in the sentence before. We need to change the form. Yeah, here plus to minus, minus to plus. That's the question tag. Yeah? That's why it's a question tag. Okay, so negative question tags are usually contracted. So it's warm today, it's hot today, or it's warm today, isn't it? It's not is not it. Yeah, we usually contract. We usually the short form of this auxiliary verb. Usually, if the main clause is positive, the question tag is negative, as I said before. And if the main clause is negative, vice versa, it's positive. For example, it's cold, isn't it? It's cold, positive, isn't it negative? It isn't cold today, is it? Is it? So we can see, so they are used, they are changing the places, they are changing being positive and negative. Okay, Andrei, hi, hello. Well done. Thanks a lot for joining today. Good. Let's proceed. Okay, fine. So let's have a look. If the main clause has an auxiliary verb in it, you use the same verb in the question, in the tag question. If there is no auxiliary verb in the present simple or past simple, for example, yeah, we use do, does, or did, or was, were, yeah, but it's the same auxiliary verb to be. There is one weird exception. The question tag after I am is aren't I, yeah, because we can't use am and I, yeah, aren't I. So let's have a look together. With the present be, she's American, isn't she? She isn't American, is she? Is she? Isn't she? Yeah. Let's have a look at the intonation used with these tag questions. Is the usual sentence, she's American, neutral intonation, but it goes up in a tag question. She's American, isn't she? Isn't she? Yeah, it goes up, isn't she? She isn't American, is she? Is she? Yeah, it goes up. Be careful. When we talk about present simple, you study English, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? You study English, don't you? Have a look at the pronunciation or when we use it. Don't you? Don't you? Yeah, don't you? Let's repeat together. You study English, don't you? You don't study English, do you? Do you? Yeah, it's very quick, but it should be seen. Yeah. Do you don't study English, do you? Do you? Yeah, it's very short, but still we can see it. Okay. With the past simple, you were at home, weren't you? You were at home, weren't you? Weren't you? And you weren't at home, were you? Were you? It goes up. With the past continuous, Tom was watching TV. Wasn't he? Tom was watching TV. Wasn't he? Tom wasn't watching TV. Was he? Was he? Was he? Yeah, it's like together. Always remember that tag questions should be pronounced together. They can't be pronounced separately. You have to make them together. Otherwise, there won't be this intonation, up intonation. Yeah. Tom was watching TV, wasn't he? Was he? Okay. And with the present perfect. He has written 5 letters, hasn't he? Hasn't he? Or he hasn't written 5 letters, has he? Has he? Okay. Let's have a look. Here we talked about mainly weren't and wasn't. Let's have a look at the past simple. He went to the party last night, didn't he? He went to the party last night, didn't he? Didn't he? Yeah, we have the auxiliary verb did in past simple. Didn't he? She went to the cinema last night, didn't she? Or she didn't go to the cinema last night. She didn't go to the cinema last night. Did he? Or did she? Did she? Okay. If we talk about will, I'm sorry. If we talk about will and about our plans, it will look like that. She'll come at 6, won't she? Won't she? Be careful. Don't mix want and won't. Yeah, you have to pronounce it with 2 syllables. Yeah, o, and u. Won't, won't. She'll come at 6, won't she? She'll come at 6, won't she? She won't see the doctor, will she? Will she? She won't see the doctor, will she? Yeah, so we change interchangeably, we change them, and be careful with won't and won't. Yeah, because otherwise somebody will think that you want to buy something or you want to do something, but not will do something or won't do something. Yeah, it's different meanings of these verbs. Okay, very good. Let's proceed. If we talk about some modal verbs, yeah, let's have a look how they work in tag questions. He can help me, can't he? He can help me, can't he? Yeah, or he can't help me, can he? Yes. You are probably sure that he can't help you, but you have to be sure. Maybe one day he will help you, yeah, or he can help you. So just to check, yeah, the information that you have, we need these tag questions. Or John must stay, mustn't he? John must stay, mustn't he? Be careful. If we use, for example, must stay, we don't pronounce the letter T. Yeah, must stay, must stay. Don't have to do, don't have to do. Yeah, don't have to do, must stay. Mustn't he? Mustn't he? John must stay, mustn't he? John mustn't smoke at the restaurant, must he? John mustn't smoke at the restaurant, must he? Must he? Yeah, so we don't pronounce this T usually in the questions and in the sentences, in negative especially. Please don't pronounce this T. Must he? Mustn't do. Yeah, mustn't do. Yeah, so it's like mustn't do. So be careful with this one. It's a trick of English. It's called elision. Yeah, be careful with that. Okay, Now let's practice a little bit. So your task will be to put this tag question together, to put this, not to put this, but to practice these tag questions together. So can you please use your chat box and type the correct answers to this exercise? Paul doesn't live here, doesn't he? Or don't he? Or does he? Or do he? Which one would you like to choose? Doesn't he? Don't he? Do he? Or does he? So please use your chat box. After that, we are going to check. The children were happy. Were he? Weren't he? Or weren't they? Or were they? Or was they? Or wasn't they? You can choose from all these 4 options. The children were happy. Were they? Weren't they? Was they? Or wasn't they? Please use your chat box to write the answers to me. After that, we are going to a little bit okay. There is still some hope. There is still some hope that something will happen. Yeah, that's still a hope. We hope that something will happen. There is still some hope. Is it? Isn't it? Was or are it or aren't it? Is it? Isn't it? Are it or aren't it? Choose please the correct one. Okay. Jane's been sick. Jane's been sick. What is inside this as? Maybe it's is, maybe it has. Yeah, so let's choose. Has she, hasn't she, is she, or isn't she? Yeah, so please choose the correct answer. Type in the chat box and we'll go on. Okay, well done. Some people like playing cards. Some people like playing cards. Some people, yeah. Is it one person or 2 people? Some people like playing cards. Do they? Don't they? Doesn't they? Or does they? Which one would you like to choose? Okay. Your father won't agree to do that. Or your father won't agree to that. Will he? Won't he? Will he or won't he? Your father won't agree to that. Can you please type in the chat box? That's happening again. Yeah, that's happening again. Yeah, that's happening again. So is it? Isn't it? That's happening again. Or does it? Do it? Yeah, so please choose from all 4 options. Dinosaurs became extinct. Dinosaurs became extinct. What's the tense? Did they, didn't they? Or does they? Or do they? Don't they? Does they? Do they? Don't they? Did they or didn't they? The dinosaurs became extinct. Oh, really? Yeah. So we didn't know about that. Yeah, really? Okay. Very nice. A good job. He cut himself, yeah. So he maybe was cooking something and then he cut himself. So unexpectedly and suddenly he cut himself. So the blood is going, is running. So he cut himself. So can you please identify what is the tense here? What's the tense here? Did he? Didn't he? Don't he? Or hasn't he? So choose from all these four options. Has he? Hasn't he? Did he? Didn't he? Yeah. Please choose from these four options. Type in the chat box. We are going to check. That's very okay. Let's check. So Paul doesn't live here. Does he? So he doesn't live here. So does he will be in a tag question. The children were happy, weren't they? Oh, really? I didn't know. I didn't notice. Yeah, weren't they? Seems to me they weren't. They were not. Yeah, somehow. There is still some hope, isn't there? Isn't there? Yeah. Jane has been sick. Yeah, present perfect. James has been sick, hasn't she? Has she? Yeah, has she is not correct because she has been sick, hasn't she? Some people like playing cards, don't they? Don't they? Yeah, some people like, don't they? Present simple. That's why we use the auxiliary verb do. Your father won't agree to that. Will he? Will he? Yeah, won't, will he? Be careful with the pronunciation. Won't agree. That's happening again. Isn't it? Isn't it? That's happening again. Isn't it? Dinosaurs became extinct. Didn't they? Didn't they? Oh, really? I didn't know. Didn't they? And he cut himself. Didn't he? Yeah, here we can clearly see that he has a cut and he has blood. That's why, just checking, maybe he burned himself. He got a burn, yeah? Maybe he did something else, but here, just to check, he cut himself, didn't he? Okay, do you have any do you have any questions to me about question text? Please type in the chat box in order to answer them. I would be grateful to do that. So please, yeah. So again, if we talk about tag questions, we have to remember I am will be aren't I, he is, isn't he, we are, aren't we, she has, hasn't she, they have, haven't they, you must, mustn't you, mustn't you, he may, mayn't he, the same, doesn't matter. If you have a modal verb, you need to put it in the contracted form. Mayn't he, mustn't you, she should, shouldn't she. Be careful with the modal verb should. It's not pronounced like should. It's pronounced like should. It's with this yeah. She shouldn't do something. Should she? Should she? And D is not usually pronounced in modal verb should. She should do something. She should do something. Only one D. Shouldn't she? Shouldn't she? And it's our, let me check the, okay, good. Now, let's remember the adjectives from the personality vocabulary. Have a look at the first picture. What can you say about these people? What do they look like? What are they? What can you call them? So what is the trait of character of people who talk, who speak, who meet different strange people? Yeah, the people who they don't know, who can speak with them easily and can have some common topics, common issues. Yes, right. It's outgoing. So the outgoing person can easily find contact with another person, can easily become friends, yeah, with another person. So outgoing is someone who is really friendly, who talks a lot and enjoys meeting new people. For example, Anne is very outgoing, but her sister's quite shy. Yeah. So Anne is really outgoing. She can become friends with anybody. Yeah, she enjoys talking with different people. She enjoys speaking with them. She enjoys meeting them and hanging out with them. Yeah, outgoing person. Don't forget about easygoing person. Easygoing is something different. Easygoing person is the person who can find topics to talk with, to talk about. Yeah, and it's not the same as outgoing. It's not the synonym. Easygoing is something different. Mean. So a mean person is what? What can you type in the chat box? What mean person mean? A mean person. First of all, you can write. Does this person have negative feelings or positive feelings? So you can type in the chat box positive or negative. Yeah. Mean. A mean person is like a person who has a negative attitude towards anybody. He has a very strong negative effect on other people. So a mean person. Don't be mean, yeah. Don't be mean. It's not very good. Some person that wants to do something bad for other people. So it's a mean person. Don't read it like man, because man it's a man, yeah. But mean. Good. What about this one? Can you type in the chat box what it means? To mom. Yeah, to ban mom. Yeah. Generous. Yeah. A generous person is what? Can you type in the chat box? A generous person. A generous person is willing to give money. He wants to give money, help, kindness, all kind of time, yeah, to pay you something, to make people happy, yeah, to make people happy. So for this person, it's kind of an altruistic person that um, wants to be or wants to spend a lot of money, time, feelings, some other positive stuff, kindness, happiness with other people, especially more than usual. Yeah, not just on average, but especially more than usual. Pay attention to the pronunciation. Generous, generous. Yeah, for example, the public's response to the crisis appeal was generous and compassionate. Compassionate, the same as generous. His mother is one generous woman, is a single generous woman in the world. John Harshel was an urban, kindly and generous man. She's a really sweet person and she's generous to everybody. The charity will go under unless a generous donor can be found within the next few months. Yeah, the charity will kind of be closed unless the generous donor will be found, yeah, to help this charity organization. Okay, and the last one, self-confident. Yeah, even if this person looks not so strong, but this person is self-confident. So what do you think, self-confident person, is it positive or negative? In the chat box, please write whether it's positive or negative. Self-confident person, let's have a look at the pronunciation. Self-confident, self-confident. So we don't separate these two words, we pronounce them together. Self-confident, self-confident. Yeah, the person behaves calmly because you have no doubts about your abilities or knowledge. So you are calm as a snake. Yeah, you are strong-willed. You are 100% sure that everything be all right. You are sure in your strengths, in your power, in your knowledge and abilities, that everything will be successful. For example, at school, he was popular and self-confident, and we weren't surprised at his latest success. So the person was really confident. You can find different synonyms to this one. For example, like self-assured, self-sufficient, everything with self, yeah, or just confident, assertive, yeah. But be careful with the meanings, because some of them can be positive, some of them can be negative. So now let's match these four words of personality with the opposites. Self-confident and unkind, giving, certain, or friendly. Can you type in the chat box? Yeah, good. Self-confident, certain. Yeah, not with the opposite, but with the synonyms. Mean. Oh, sorry. Outgoing, friendly. Yeah. Mean, unkind. Yeah, so some bad things. So the person is not really generous. The person is not sincere in his actions. Just a person who wants to do some bad stuff in order to be successful or doing something. Generous, giving. Yeah, so he wants to give everything, his love, happiness, feelings, and everything. Can you please type in the chat box the questions that you might have about this vocabulary? It's interesting to know what questions you have. Okay. While you are typing your questions, let's proceed and let's have a look at other stuff. Time for idioms. So what idioms you can find, you remember about our personality? What idioms can you find, or do you remember for about this topic? Let's have a look. So let's have a look. A social butterfly. A social butterfly. Can you type in the chat box what is? Does it mean something negative? Does it mean something positive? A social butterfly. A social butterfly is, of course, positive. So the person is outgoing, easygoing. He can speak or he can talk with everybody about anything. So a social butterfly. Just another good person. Yeah. The soul and the life and soul of the party. The life and soul of the party. What do you think? Does this person talk with a lot of people or not with a lot of people? Yeah, For example, during the parties, this is the person who is in the center of attention. He speaks with or he or she speaks with everybody. He has topics to talk about everything. And usually people enjoy speaking with this person. People enjoy talking with the person. Just people really like the person. For example, John is a really the life and soul of the party. I feel so sorry that he won't come to the party. We are going to lack him. Yeah, we are going to have nobody to talk to. The person usually tell jokes. The person is really funny, and you can speak with about anything with him, everything and anything. A people person. This idiom usually is used during the interviews. When you want to say that you are outgoing, that you are a team person, that you deal with deal with other people, well, yeah, and extremely well. So you can use this idiom. A people person. I'm a people person. Yeah, he is a people person. You you can talk with anybody, and you find no difficulties when you meet other people. So a people person, for example, my the best trait of character that I have is that I'm a people person. I can easily find connection with everybody. I can easily gravitate towards each other, towards other people, and I can easily find topics, and I can easily get in touch with anybody. A good laugh, a good laugh card, or a good laugh, a good laugh. A good laugh is a person that usually, well, everything is understandable. Yeah, a good laugh is a person who likes joking, who likes laughing who likes laughing about stuff, who takes life really easy, in an easygoing way, and it's not like very stupid laugh. Yeah, it's an intelligent, it's a smart laugh that you can have with different people. So a good laugh is this person who can laugh about anything. Yeah. And a card. A card, um, just a person um, who is a really soul and life of the party. So the same. Yeah. Okay, before we go to another one, let's have a look at some other idioms about personality. They can be very interesting. For example, born optimist, like born, to be born, yeah? Someone who thinks always positively is a born optimist. For example, I admire Jamal because he always sees the sunny side of life. He's a born optimist. So he always sees the sunny side of life. He's a born optimist. A culture vulture. Vulture is a vulture is an animal, is a bird, and this animal flies and it eats meat. Yeah, this one with the kind of like eagle. A culture vulture refers to someone who loves culture, art, theater, literature, music, is a kind of highbrow society. It's called highbrow society, a culture vulture. John spends most of his weekends reading books or attending art exhibitions. He's a real culture vulture. Yeah, it's a kind of very interesting one. Eager beaver. An eager beaver is sometimes overly enthusiastic. person who works very hard to get things done or achieve goals. A very hardworking person, a person who wants to be everything to be done perfectly, everything to be done in a good way, in a detailed way. She always does her English grammar homework and even asks for extra exercises on the weekend. What an eager beaver. Like what a busy bee, but busy bee is just to be stuffed with other tasks, but it's not about hard working. Yeah, hard working is an eager beaver. Early bird. An early bird is someone who is early, in particular, someone who gets up early in the morning. Being an early bird can be quite advantageous. As the old proverb states, the early bird gets the worm. Yeah, you can hear this one in Russian or Ukrainian. Yeah, the early bird gets the worm. Usually it's used in a positive context. And an early bird. And can you find type in the chat box the opposite to the early bird? Yeah, good. It will be a late owl. Yeah, a late owl. In her senior years, when she finally had the luxurious freedom to sleep in, to have a lie in, Dolores became an early bird and got up every morning at 5 a.m. Yeah, after sleeping in, she really understood that she needs to be an early bird. Earth Mother. The term Earth Mother, Earth, yeah, like our planet Earth, Mother, refers to a woman who is very caring and maternal, who has a natural ability as a mother. Yeah, sometimes we can say not only about the people who have children, but about the person who doesn't have children, but he is very caring or she is very caring. Even as a young girl, Ida showed herself to be an earth mother. She always helped her mother to look after her younger brothers and sisters, about her to look after her younger siblings. Go-getter. A go-getter, it seems to me you have heard about this idiom when surfing the internet. A go-getter is someone who is ambitious and pursues his goals. Yes, like a go-getter, yes, self-confident person, 100%. It isn't surprising that Isaac has made it to the top of the corporate world. He was always someone who went after what he wanted, a real go-getter. So the person who just start doing something and he will achieve everything, a go-getter. Okay, good. Let's have a look. Something that we have also in Ukrainian, man of his word or woman of his word. So a man of his word or a woman of his word, of her word, is someone who always does what he or she promises. So the person who is reliable, the person who you can rely on, who is very confident and really helpful. So you can trust Samuel, trustful. Yeah, you can trust Samuel. He's a man of his word. He's or she's a woman of her word. He will do everything and everything that he says. And one more, a whiz kid. A whiz kid. A whiz kid is a young person who is very clever and successful. A whiz kid is like an indigo child who achieves everything because he's very smart and intelligent, just like some magical indigo child being very smart from being very smart from the beginning of your childhood, from the birth. And for example, you are very clever. Yeah, I've never seen anyone learn English grammar tenses faster than Andrew. In only 2 weeks, he knew everything about the present perfect simple. What a whiz kid. Um, Actually, present perfect is very difficult because we don't have it in Ukrainian. And sometimes a lot of children can't manage to practice and can't manage to understand what's the meaning. Why do we use it? Why we use it and where we use it. That's why being a whiz kid means to understand present perfect just in 2 weeks. Yeah. Good. Now, I would like to play a little bit and to be more interactive to activate the knowledge. Can you go to Kahoot? I will send the file or the link that you have to go to follow. You have to write just the name or nickname and to insert the password that you have. So you can go to your browser. You can go to your browser. I will send to the chat the link. You just go to this link. Write your nickname. And we are going to start. So have a look. Let me just to load the PIN code. Yes. So please enter the game PIN here. Enter the game PIN here. And we are going to start. It's a very, do you remember how to play this game? So you will have on the screen you will have the questions, and you are going to answer them with your mobile phone. Yeah. Nobody joins us. Okay, if nobody joins us, then, oh, sorry, somebody joined. Okay. Just a second. Okay, can you re-enter the PIN? Can you re-enter the PIN? Please re-enter the PIN code. Something happened. So you will have on my screen the question, and you will have also the answers on my screen. Read the answers, read the sentence, and choose the correct answer on your mobile phone. Yeah, and it will be much more convenient. So please join. Waiting for players. Here is the PIN code. We're going to, in this Kahoot game, we're going to revise our tech questions. So not to forget them, not to forget the construction, not to forget some of the exceptions of, okay, the star, good, Arina, good. Let's go. Somebody will enter us later. Let's go. She's coming here. She's coming here. Oh, she's coming here. Nobody answered. Okay, she's coming here. Isn't she? Yeah, isn't she? Good. They do their homework every day. Oh, wow, great. Thanks a lot. Yeah, don't they, not aren't they do their homework every day. So don't they? Well done. Let's go to the supermarket. Let's go. Shall we? Let's we? Do we? Don't we? That's it. Okay. Well done. Shall we? Yeah, very good. So there is a very interesting trick with the tech question with let's. Let's go to the supermarket. Shall we? Yeah, it's the only one that can be used. This isn't a review. This isn't a review. Okay, well, very good. Is it? This isn't a review. Is it? Yeah, is it? Close the window. Won't you? Shall you? Do you? Let's go. Let's go to the shop. Let's go to the shop. Let's go shopping. Won't you? Yeah. Close the window. Will you close the window? Yeah. It's a little bit reduced. That's why we use will. Yeah. Will you close the window? Close the window. Won't you? Yeah. The same. Okay. You have to go. You have to go. You have to go. It's present simple. Don't you? You have to go. Don't you? Yeah. So be careful with this one because it's a usual present simple. You have to go. Don't you? Okay. He came to the party. Came to the party. Didn't he? He came to the party. Didn't he? Yeah, didn't he? It seems to me that you answer correctly, but because of this pause of the live stream, you answer incorrectly. So no worries. Oh, that's fine. Cool. It has a chance of working. Okay. It has a chance of working, doesn't it? It's the same. It's present simple. You have to go. It has a chance of working. It has got something. Does it? Doesn't it? Well done. Let's go to another one. She has been here before. Okay, she has been here, hasn't she? Hasn't she? I understand that it can go, yeah, you answer them correctly, but because of the live stream. Okay, that's fine. She has been here before, hasn't she? Yeah. Okay. I am intelligent. So be careful with this one. I am intelligent. I am. Okay. And I. The same that we remember. We saw that accident. We saw that accident. Okay, well done. We saw that accident, didn't we? Didn't we? Because it's past simple. He is doing his homework. He is doing his homework. Okay, isn't he? Yeah, because we have present continuous. He is doing his homework, isn't he? I can draw a bike. I can draw a bike. Let's finish. Oh, well done. Can't I? Yeah, can't I? Good. Okay, thank you very much. That was cool. Thanks a lot. So let's have a look at the last sentences. She's become a rich girl. Which question tag we are going to have? She's become a rich girl. Hasn't she? Has she? Can you type in the chat box? Yeah, she's become a rich girl. Hasn't she? Yeah, well done. Good. Thanks a lot. That was cool. So when we conclude everything, question tags we use when we want to check whether the information is true or not. Yeah, if we have heard something, or if we have spoken to somebody and we want to be sure to verify the information that we heard previously or before, we shall use our question tags. If you have the sentence in the positive form, the question tag will be in the negative form. If your sentence is in negative form, your question tag will be in the positive one. So always remember these rules. The intonation when we speak should go up at the end of your question tag. Yeah? So take care. Have a nice weekend. See you on the second webinar the next Friday. So have a nice your summer holidays. See you. Bye bye.